Well, hidden away at a former mental institution in Anne Arundel County is a cemetery long forgotten, but one local group aims to change that.
You are told by your family that if you don't behave, you're going to Crownsville. This was a place you didn't want to go.
African-American residents who lived near Crownsville always knew that the former hospital was a place to be feared. Founded in 1911 as the Hospital for the Negro Insane, the campus was used to treat and house African-American patients separately from white patients.
It was a farm colony. It was self-sufficient. They raised their own food, they made their own clothes, and they worked with the contractors to build the hospital.
Patients were admitted for a number of reasons, including epilepsy, tuberculosis, and syphilis. During the war years, they were dispersed to nearby farms when white owners were called up to serve. The patients were never paid because they were wards of the state. When the hospital finally closed in July 2004, Janice Hayes Williams accompanied her uncle to the site. He was an expert in cemetery restoration and was asked to look at the site where many Crownsville patients were buried.
And so I came with him, and I felt like I needed to know who was here.
For more than 100 years, this site at the former Crownsville Hospital Center in Anne Arundel County only had markers with numbers to identify who was here. There was 957, 958, 959, and 960. And until recently, that's the only way to identify who belonged there. It wasn't until the 1950s that patients started engraving the names of friends on the gravestones. The cemetery, which sits on 1,000 acres, is now cited as passive use for the community. Over the last 22 years, Hayes Williams founded an organization and has worked tirelessly to identify all those buried at the cemetery. She found the names of more than 1,700 patients, connecting names with numbers marked on those gravestones. But she's been unable to locate burial sites for about 200 others and is unsure whether another cemetery exists or their graves have been desecrated.
Well, the goal is to tell families that your family member is here. That uncle that went north never got past Baltimore. They're right here.
Every year, her organization, Friends of the Crownsville Patient Cemetery, holds a special ceremony to honor those buried on the grounds. Rose petals are scattered, angels are left on gravestones, and a special song is played.
Will they ever know that I was here? Will it ever show that I was here?
There was Crownsville Hospital. Terrible things happen, but what about these 1,700 people have no name? So this was my goal, to make sure that people know that they are here.
Hayes Williams is planning to create a memorial in the near future with all 1,700 names of patients engraved on the plaque. She wants the area to be a place of reflection and to keep the story in the public eye.
Say my name loud, say my name clear, say my name so all will know I am here. Say my name loud, say my name.
And you can help remember those buried at the Crownsville Hospital Cemetery during the 20th annual Say My Name ceremony. All 1,722 patients buried at the former state hospital will be honored. The event takes place on April 27th at 10 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. It's part of the 2024 Scenic River Land Trust Walk Through the Woods event. For more information on the ceremony or to learn more about the organization caring for the cemetery, you can log on to the group's Facebook page under Friends of the Crownsville Patient Cemetery.